That's when the porch light flipped on and her dad opened the door, wearing nothing but underwear and an undershirt. I froze, absolutely horrified, while my van full of youth group girls just a few yards away sat screaming. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Youth Group Chronicles. With me tonight, Mindy Spencer and Mackenzie Co. Again, a never, ever. Yes. Wow, that is how it is in my phone. Mackenzie Smolin. Wow, I messed it up right off the bat.
Almost 6 years. Thank you.
Are you those people that, like, once someone gets married, do you change their name in your phone?
No,
I don't.
She is still Mackenzie Co. on my phone.
Okay, yeah. So I'm
actually, it's Ken's. Ken's Co.
Is it Ken's Co?
Yeah.
I think Sierra's dad still has her maiden name in her phone, which is actually
that's kind of sad.
Like a low key.
You know what? I wish you could change. I wish you could change your email address. It really bothers me.
Some of them are pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, mine is still my maiden name.
Yeah, actually, yes.
Yeah, mine is my maiden name too. I wish you could change it.
Nothing spells regret like a middle school email address.
That's true. What was yours?
I'm so glad I don't have mine anymore.
Mine was Samuel at his1000hills.org. So my dad made it for me.
Oh, very professional.
If I had to create something, it would have been like Yankee fan 97 or something stupid.
It was my AIM name, if that's aging me.
Oh my, yes.
I did
what was
not
it? Was
have
it AIM?
that.
It was QT and then pi symbol.
Yes! That was so many.
Heck yeah.
There were so many cutie
pie.
And Hottie with a Body.
That was yours?
That was not mine. Mine was Skippy. 1821. Okay.
Skippy 1821.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not the worst.
Yep.
We always do something brand new on YouTube Chronicles,
Case.
and this is one of them. We've never discussed email addresses, but here we are. And for the first time ever in the studio, I think I mentioned this, Mackenzie Smolin. I'm probably going to get that wrong again tonight. That doesn't even sound right. Okay. And Mindy Spencer are together. This is, we've been trying to mix up some combinations here in the studio, and we're giving you guys something new. So hello, welcome to our chat. Jeremiah, Isaiah's on with us tonight. Matt, Donovan, May, thank you guys for tuning in. And if this is your first time listening to Youth Group Chronicles, this is where people send in their true stories about youth ministry, and we get to react to them on the show. And Mackenzie did not know that we were live.
I had no clue.
That's how long it's been since she's been on the show. So say hello to her in the chat if you want. Say hello.
Hi, child.
Well, let's kick this off with a story from Dante. Dante said, our youth group made an exception and allowed an 11-year-old to come to summer camp with us. Everything was fine until he woke up sick the first morning of camp. We sent him home and told him he can come back later in the week as long as he was symptom-free for 24 hours.
Okay.
His mom brought him back the very last night and assured us that he only threw up because he ate too many snacks.
Understandable.
He did fine during service, but when we were getting ready for bed, he was eating a bunch of snacks. So I took them away and put them where he couldn't get them. Fast forward to 2 a.m., I wake up to the sound of projectile vomiting.
Oh.
But unfortunately for me, I'm bunked right under this kid.
No.
In a panic, I jumped out of bed as fast as I can because I know the vomit is about to start dripping on me.
Ew.
But as I jump out of bed, it hits me square in the face instead.
Was his mouth open?
I don't know.
That's a great question.
I just want to know. Like, was his mom that desperate to get rid of him to bring him back?
Like, nah, this boy's going to camp.
One more day at camp.
He's going to camp.
He's getting out of my house.
Pack your bags, Jimmy. It's crazy.
She wanted someone else taking care of him is what it was.
Oh, that would suck.
What kind of snacks was it? Was it like
I don't know.
Was it like
Cheetos?
Was it like Smartie snack or was it like a fudge round snack?
It was, it was them nasty.
Whatever it was, I don't want to
Debbie's.
come back up. He said I jumped out of bed as fast as I could because I knew this vomit was going to start coming down the bed. He said, so it hit me square in my face and then it runs down my arm.
Ooh.
After rushing to the bathroom to get cleaned up, I took a deep breath and headed back in with a flashlight to see what the damage was. That's when I discovered nearly half a gallon of this vomit all over my bed, his bed, my phone, my wallet.
Bro, that's a
glasses, etc.
Yeah, that's not snacks.
That's not snacks.
It took me 2 hours.
That's crazy.
Hours. And it was nearly 4:30 a.m. to get it all cleaned up. And by this point, there were no beds to sleep in because all my bedding was soaked. So I went to the lobby and sat in a chair in complete disbelief for the next hour and a half until it was time to wake up all the kids.
No, I'm waking up all the kids.
No, it's time
all
to
the
get
kids.
up.
This is going to be our last group exercise for the week. We're all cleaning this up.
Hezzy footsies, footsies.
No
I'm
one's
taking this
spending
bed.
2.5 hours. Get up.
No, that's crazy.
It's called How to Support Your Brother.
Ugh.
Someone said it was definitely, Brandon said puke in the mouth. 100%. If you're getting in the face when you least expect it.
Yeah, I mean,
feel
it's
like
gonna
in your
drip
mouth.
in there. It's like hit your lips.
A little,
Nah, bro.
Just a little lip.
This is what happens.
That's a
I get
nightmare.
vomited on, and then I vomit, and then I quit. And I
It's
go
bad.
home. That's how that
So
happens.
it happens
bad.
to you, you're just leaving the kid?
Yeah. First of all, I'm puking on his mother because that was irresponsible of that. No, you don't bring a sick kid back to camp. And what are they going to eat at camp that's going to make his tummy feel better? Like hot dogs? You
Honestly.
did
Yeah,
camp.
there's no
Beans?
camp food that's going to help the situation.
Right.
Never.
Some good
And
old
I want to know
beans.
where he put the snacks because obviously
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
he
put the snacks?
I need to know. Hey,
he said he hid him in a place where the 11-year-old couldn't get them.
He
He
probably
found
did
him.
get him. That's
He
probably
found
what
him.
happened.
No, he did get them, obviously, but it was
Found
just the
them
worst
things.
hiding space ever.
Yeah.
There's no hiding spaces in those little cabins. It's
That's true.
a box
It's
with
a-
beds.
Under
Where
your
Did you ever
blankie?
go
hide them?
Did you go to camp besides ours?
I did.
Like I know you. I
No.
think you went to retreat, right?
Yeah, I went
Some
to
sort of
retreat a couple
retreat?
times.
She
Yeah,
did.
But no
Yes.
summer camp.
no,
So you dodged the possibility of this happening.
I did.
I did.
And
It wasn't this
Those
bad, I would
ca-
assume.
no, but some of them were sketchy.
There's some. There's
And
some
I
weird
was
kids.
like mad at my parents. Like I would looked in the cabin and was like, I'm gonna die.
There's some stories. Where
I'm
people
not
think they're
coming
gonna die
home. This
at
is
youth
my
camp.
last week of life.
They don't invest in
This
them,
bed bug's
like,
about to
on
eat through my whole
purpose.
body.
Yeah, they don't invest in
Gross.
camps on purpose.
No.
they all have what like a $2 budget per little thing.
They've been the exact same since the 80s.
Yeah.
The same building. Nothing's changed.
Yes.
Rain said, I'm charging the mom
That puke
workman's comp.
Has been the same
I agree.
puke in that bed for decades.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
probably didn't. They probably just hosed down the bed and put it right back.
Spray some Lysol on it.
This is why this is why I don't go to camp.
Don't go
I
to
just had a
camp.
feeling.
Don't go to camp.
What's up, TikTok? Brent, thanks for joining us. Queso7, that's a cool name. That's an interesting handle. Thank you guys for being here. Let's move on to another story from Ethan. Ethan said, during
Ethan.
a time of healing and prayer, one of our youth leaders dropped, or AKA failed to catch, an old lady because he prioritized catching the microphone stand that she knocked over during her fall.
You
It's
know,
a
I
bad
get
day.
it. I get it. Have you ever looked at, like, not to say anything bad, but, you know, sometimes old people's skin looks like papery, like you don't want to touch
A
it.
little rough.
Or maybe like too soft. And you just,
It's so just like it's like gonna rip.
yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
saying you're going to prioritize, you're going to prioritize, I can't even say it. Prioritize the microphone stand is what you're saying.
I'm not saying,
It depends on the
like,
skin
in the moment,
texture.
sometimes you're just like,
It's true. It's
let's not touch the skin. I don't know. I don't know.
Did
It's
she break her hip?
intimidating.
They didn't say, but I mean, older, there's a chance. So Mackenzie, I don't think you've done this. I think Mindy has done this on the show. This is called our Finish the Chronicle segment.
Oh,
Actually, you're probably going to be really good at
you
this.
probably are.
You're probably going to
She's-
be great. She's like
Yeah.
a story writer.
Oh,
She
guys.
is.
She's very
She
creative.
is.
Guys.
How this works is I'm going to read a couple sentences from the story. You got to give me your best guess as to what you think is going to come next. We'll let Mindy go first because she's done this.
Okay.
And chat, we need
The worst.
your help as well. I would love to hear what you guys think is going to happen. So Angie said, we had an 8-year-old boy who lives on a farm ask his Sunday school classmates to pray for his cow. We asked if the cow was sick, and he casually responded no. If you had to finish that story, why do you think this kid is asking for the youth group to pray for his cow?
Oh, that was steak. That was dinner.
Oh, you think the cow is dead?
Yeah,
Okay, praying for the dead cow. Okay,
yeah.
that's a good guess.
I'm going to say,
Think outside the box here.
I'm going to say a baby got stuck in a birth canal.
Ooh.
It's trying to birth
Like
a
the
calf.
calf, right?
Yeah.
Calf.
I'm
Because
gonna
you know
say
all the
that.
farm kids are like there for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do they
It's
call it? What do
natural.
they do? What is that called? Where they're like a dairy princess?
All I'm
What's
just
that?
thinking is the glove that goes up to the shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
That
When
is
they're
so
just like, kid
disgusting.
just stealing around in here.
What is it? A dairy
That's
princess?
so
What do you mean?
disgusting.
No, it's called something. They're part of something in like PA.
A young woman who represents
No.
the dairy industry.
Simeon, you should know. What is this? In
A dairy
Pennsylvania.
princess is a young woman who represents the dairy industry.
Right, but 4-H. That's what it is.
It's right here.
Yeah,
okay.
4-H.
A dairy princess. Yes.
I only learned about it
4.
when we did the Troy youth group.
Here, let me go back to that chat. Would you see? I'm going to read some of those.
They were all a bunch
He
of
wasn't
dairy
sick.
princesses.
Colin said he wasn't sick. He was dead. It's on its way to become burgers.
Sure.
It's a stuffed animal
jalapeno burger.
that got a
Jalapeno.
had the poops.
Sorry for all of the.
It's pregnant, Maddie said. All right, let's see how many of you guys got it right. So we had an 8-year-old boy who lives on a farm ask his Sunday school classmates to pray for his cow. And we asked if the cow was sick, and he casually replied no. He escaped, got hit by a semi-truck, flew into an electric fence, and died. The room of kids had no response and literally sat there dead silent. Just pray for my cow.
So no prayer.
So steak dinner.
So no
You
prayer.
technically got it right. It was steak dinner.
Okay.
Can you hit?
You did great.
I've actually wondered if an animal like a deer or a cow gets hit by a car, can you eat it?
In certain states, you can.
Trey's
I
done
know
it?
In certain states, you answered. That
I
a
know
little too
some
fast.
maybe
Trey's
my
like, I've
own
been there, done
family.
that.
He said, yes.
It makes it more
Yes.
tough.
I was gonna say I think I have some family members that have done it multiple
I've been
times.
really tempted. Not the ones that have been sitting there for a while, obviously, but I
Right,
don't know.
like
Okay.
fresh hit.
You have
throw
to
it in the back of
report
the
it
truck.
first. Okay, most states require that you report it.
Yeah.
A salvage tag. I have to say, just throw it in the back of the truck. You can usually eat the meat if it's still good. If the deer's been dead for a while, or a semi truck to a cow.
Oh, that
probably
yeah,
not much
it's
left.
Probably
I could
messy.
just see like everybody who loves to hunt,
messy.
like driving through the woods when they can't use their guns, just mowing
They-
down all these deer.
Have you ever seen Open Season, like the
Bink.
cartoon?
No.
Oh, Julian used to love that movie.
That is a good movie. I think the opening scene is him driving his truck through a cornfield.
Yes.
right?
Really?
He's like, it ran right in
Yeah.
front of my truck.
He ran right in front of my truck.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like this huge.
Super redneck guy.
so
He's like,
stupid.
ran in front of my truck.
I used to love
Yeah.
that movie.
Yeah.
Did anyone guess that right in the chat? Let me know. A semi truck to the cow. No, Michael, I have not hit a cow. I'm pretty sure you could die if you hit a cow with a car.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's been deer that have bounced off of my husband's truck a few times,
but not a cow.
but not
I'm
a
hoping.
cow.
If you hit a
cow's
cow,
a big body.
I mean, you break its legs. It comes through the windshield.
That's
Like
bad.
we're talking serious damage. And
It's
no,
messy.
thankfully,
That's
I've never hit a
messy.
cow.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I could keep. Actually, that's a great idea. Because they're expensive. A full cow. I mean, if you're trying to get
Just
meat.
go drive through a pasture.
Oh, I gotta get a bumper guard. You're right. Yeah, that's smart. That's smart.
You should just put swords on it.
Just swords on the end.
A more advanced version of cow
Like,
tipping.
what are you doing? I don't know.
don't know.
I'm
Just-
hungry.
Just in case. Just happen to be here.
We have an announcement, you
drive through a
guys.
pasture.
I've been announcing this on a couple episodes previously, but YouTube is officially caught up with the audio pod.
Nice.
Which means that we're releasing an episode on Spotify and Apple the exact same day that we're releasing on YouTube. And it's been 3 years until we finally did it.
Hey.
And here we are.
Congratulations.
And we started like a year late on YouTube. So that's why it took some time to catch up. And you guys have been so patient. Actually not. You guys have been pretty rude about it. But we finally got it done just for you guys. This is a story from Jeff. He said, a leader and I took a van full of middle school girls Christmas caroling. After hitting all the houses on our list, we had some extra time and decided to stop by the home of a woman who wasn't originally on the list. We should all know you should not be stopping by
You should not
uninvited.
be. Mm-mm.
She lived with her aging father, and I figured it would be a nice surprise for her. So I went to the door and knocked, but no one answered. I knocked again, still nothing.
Why would you keep
So I started walking away.
He's not.
That's when the porch light flipped on and her dad opened the door, wearing nothing but underwear and an undershirt. I froze, absolutely horrified, while my van full of youth group girls just a few yards away sat screaming.
Yes.
I asked him to please put on some pants so we could sing, and that's when he yelled for his daughter.
All right,
And
bro.
walked away.
Come on. You didn't even need to go out of your way for the last one, and you're going to sit and make them girls still sing after they saw that?
Yeah.
Come on, guy.
I'm at a loss of words.
We have you guys ever been Christmas caroling?
No.
Once, I think I did.
It's a little bit of an awkward experience.
Actually, I take that
definitely
back.
is.
Maybe in like 4th or 5th grade,
Yeah.
our class, like in our neighborhood, because where our school was, there was like a neighborhood right there. We might have hit a few houses, and I just stood in the back and was like, This is so weird. I don't like this at all.
It's awkward. And the most awkward experience I ever had was thankfully not a dude in his underwear, but we knocked on
old man.
the door and we see like into like a playroom area. And there's just a kid in like a hammock, just like swinging, staring at us. And we're like, I guess we sing. So we like knocked and waved and he's just like staring at us. He's probably like 10, 12 years old. So we just start singing, thinking like an adult will come to the door, and no one does. He just stares at us through the sliding glass door for a good 3 to 5 minutes while we sing Christmas carols, and he just looks at us from the hammock. Probably the most awkward Christmas caroling experience I've had.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to continue to get more awkward because people aren't socialized now.
Aren't
so like in the
now.
50s, people would like come to the door. Oh, honey,
Everybody come in.
Yeah, come in, or let's sit here and listen to the carols. Now people are just like,
what are they
coming
going
to the door in their underwear? Like, what's going on?
Give zero craps is what it is.
I can't believe he was like, all right, can you put some clothes on? They're trying to
Yeah, like you're disturbing that whole man's peace.
No, man.
No, I can't. You know what? I would do the same thing. No, I can't go put pants on. No, I can't. You came to my house to
Right.
order me around.
All right,
and knocked.
Mackenzie is
Exactly.
marked. Don't ever go Christmas caroling at her house.
true.
Actually, now
And don't.
with kids that are sleeping, that sounds horrible. They
Just
knock on the
don't
door
do
and start
it. Nah,
singing on
bro.
your porch.
Just
no,
don't do it.
No.
we should not be doing this anymore.
No, Sparta kick off my front porch.
Yeah, don't.
All
In
the
front
kids
of
wake
your
up.
little girls.
Yes. This is a story from Seth. Seth said, when I was a youth group intern, my pastor and I visited the mother of one of our students who had been in the hospital. As we walked through the ICU, I noticed all the nurses giving me disgusted looks but I had no idea why. It wasn't until we got to the room that the student's mom looked at me and said, "That's a funny shirt you have on." Come to find out, I was wearing a shirt that said in big letters, "Get busy living or get busy dying." But underneath that text in much smaller letters was a Bible verse, "For the wages of sin is death."
Oh my gosh.
Unfortunately, I didn't realize until it was too late that the shirt probably was not the best choice for the ICU.
No.
Probably not.
No. Come on, guy.
Probably not.
That's crazy.
Just the unawareness.
You should probably look in the mirror before you leave the house.
I don't know. Do you look in the mirror every time?
I mean, I make sure like I don't have something on my shirt or, especially depending on what I'm going to do. Like if I'm
we pulling
going
up
to
this shirt?
represent
Oh my gosh, we
something,
have the shirt right here.
Get
That's
busy living or get busy dying.
I mean, he probably
There
put it
it
on
is.
and was like, "Oh yeah, Christian shirt. We're going to pray for people."
Maybe.
I wouldn't have thought twice, to be honest. I probably wouldn't have worn it, but
I mean,
You
it's
never
just so like not their fault that they're there. Like it's almost like condescending. Like get busy.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
make
Get
up your
busy
mind.
living.
Make up your mind.
Idiot.
Rain said, "This is 100% an intern move."
That's true. That's true. Oh, hey, we can't go. You go.
Yeah.
Carson said, "I would
And
wear the
it's
shirt
the-
on purpose."
It's the day
Okay.
they show up like, look at my shirt.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah.
So proud of it. They're
Always.
sent to do that. And then it's just, no.
Or maybe they did it on purpose. It's like, "Oh, just wait. I'm going to get him."
Oh, maybe it was someone
That's
who
also
thought
an
they would
intern
bring
move at the end
smiles.
of the day.
It's
That
true.
is, yeah. If it was an intern, the authority is at fault.
That is true.
Case
It's
closed.
true.
This is a story from Liv. Liv said, "We had a kid." This is a short one. "We had a kid put his hand in a snow cone machine and it chopped multiple fingers clean off."
Why?
I got to see it. Can you pull up? Sorry.
No.
I got to see it.
What?
Snow cone machine.
Okay.
I didn't even know this was possible.
Why? How old was it? What?
Yeah, there's only questions that are coming to mind. Like who
Okay,
was,
this is probably what
you know
I'm
what?
thinking.
No. How do they know? No. Why?
It wasn't even like it was cut, like they were gone. Oh, wait.
That's
yes.
Okay, what's it
what
doing
kind
to the
of
ice
snow
in there?
cones are we making?
Yeah, like what? Like,
I don't know. I guess it's like,
what's it doing in there?
well, it's grinding the ice, right? Oh, you're right. Look at that.
That's no.
Yeah,
Clean
that's
off multiple.
multiple.
well, the only thing I
Google
can
does
say
not want
is,
us to Google this search. Snow cone machine chopped hand off.
Sierra. I don't even we don't see all that. We just wanted to see the machine.
I just want to see the machine.
Trying to traumatize the people.
Oh my
Yeah, no.
gosh.
I guess if we ever have an event with snow cones, just Please don't leave it.
Yeah, or
unattended.
don't leave
No,
kids.
Like,
why would you let?
that's
How
insane.
old was this child?
Sierra just put it in ChatGPT and it said, "Whoa, if a snow cone machine chopped someone's hand off, that's some serial Final Destination energy." Do you have more context? Like, was this a story you were trying to submit or edit for Youth Group Chronicles?
That's
It knows
funny.
us. It knows us.
It does.
That's crazy.
Your chat is trained. It's beautiful.
Trained chat.
This is a story from Abby, and this is another. You've never done this. This is a brand new segment. This is probably my new
Okay.
favorite one, and also I think
Okay.
the chat really enjoys this. This is called Guess the Denomination.
Ooh.
Okay.
So these people, when they submit stories, they don't tell us, but we're gonna give our best guess as to
Okay.
what denomination you think would do something like this.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Abby said, our youth group brought a student on a wilderness hike who definitely looked and acted the part. He was the
been there.
stereotypical survival kid. Camo cargo pants, obscure knife obsession, etc. At one point, he disappeared and no one could find him. And after hours of searching the trail in nearby woods, it started getting dark. And our usually calm youth pastor realized we were either going to have to call in help or call his parents and say that their kid had vanished. It got so bad that 2 emergency helicopters showed up and they circled the mountain with searchlights for this kid.
Jeez.
That's when they finally spotted a kid peeking out from underneath a rock. Come to find out, he
Goodness.
casually told the rescue crew that he ran off because he just wanted to see how long he could survive in the woods.
I'm going to
Baptist.
say he's Mormon. Why Baptist?
Bro, they're crazy. They are knife
Yo, we're way
carrying
too
little.
quick with it.
Listen, Mormon, I could see that.
Are
I'm
they
gonna see
that.
survivalists?
I'm going to say, yeah,
But
kind
are
of.
they?
I'm going to say Mormon because I heard a rumor that if you're going to be in the CIA for the president, you have to be an Eagle Scout. And most Mormons like work their way up in the Boy Scouts to be Eagle Scouts, and that just sounds like
that
survivalist
checks
crap.
out then.
So I'm thinking Mormon.
Okay.
I could see that. But okay, so I mean, at least the Baptist kids that I grew up with, some of them, okay?
A lot of people in the chat are saying Southern Baptist.
They,
Micah,
yes, specifically Southern Baptists. It's like they're just like we're
Unknown
good old
2000
boys.
says
like-
I'm
Southern
doubling
Baptist.
down on Mormons.
Dude,
all
the
of you.
chat, I'm sorry for all the Baptists tonight, but it is a Baptist overload in the chat.
Baptist wins. Look at you go.
Baptist because of the scout stuff.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
also
okay.
heavy into like all of that
Royal
stuff.
Really?
Rangers.
Yeah, Royal Rangers.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Mhm.
Abel said Catholic or Baptist for sure, but definitely leaning toward Baptist.
Mm-hmm.
Baptist, Southern Baptist,
Mm.
or Snake Handler Church.
Homeschooler.
Is that
Okay.
yeah, homeschooler definitely checks out.
Oh, Baptist homeschool, homeschooled Baptist.
Well, we always got to throw the
Just
homeschooler
all of
in
them.
there.
To
Just
a
all of
T.
them.
Like,
I get done with school and I get right out there and I get my
I'm just thinking
fire starter kit
the
and I
kid
got my
from
knife.
Up is what I'm thinking about.
like
The little,
you know, I see it. I see it in my head right now.
when that kid saw the helicopters overhead, I'm sure that was
Where's that rock?
heart started racing a bit.
Ew.
Like it's sedimentary rock.
Carson said Southern Baptist. Yeah, I think we're Southern Baptist wins this one, guys.
All right,
Absolutely.
guys.
Yes.
All right. You know what? We don't really know.
We don't really know, but
Okay.
Abby,
We need to know.
let us know. Let us know. So the segment's so new that people haven't like gotten to know that people like their story was featured on this yet. So I'm
Okay.
curious to know if
Yeah.
people are like, oh, that was you're
Yeah,
spot
you
on.
need to pay
You're spot-
attention so you can be like, and in fact, it was
It
Baptist.
was. We will update you all. We'll update you all.
Yeah.
This is a story from Eli. Eli said, at a youth conference with about 200 students, the speaker started talking about that kind old man that every church seems to have. The one who hands out candy to the kids after service.
Oh.
Except he had no idea what he was saying because he went on to say, you know, the sugar daddy.
Oh. The kid called him Sugar Daddy?
The preacher.
The preacher called. Oh. That's classic.
It's an
preacher.
older preacher. Guaranteed.
Classic older preacher.
That's classic.
I think of my father-in-law.
And he's not even that old. So
No.
really a middle-aged man. No, honestly, you're
They call him
probably
a
right.
sugar daddy.
He would say it on purpose. He'd be like, where
You
can I
want to
fit
meet this
in?
sugar daddy?
Nowhere in the building of a church does the word daddy,
Daddy
ever
ever
need
apply.
to be uttered.
Honestly, unless
For
it's in a
any
marriage
reason.
class. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Joking.
No,
Mindy's a leather daddy.
There's a little bit of truth behind every joke. So, okay, we had thought we were spinning off. Sarah and I were trying to think of some segment ideas, and we really were thinking about doing a. Have you seen the trend? She's a 7, but she does this.
Yes.
Yeah, or she's a 10, but she has belly aches. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there just
Yeah.
wasn't a real way to fit it into the show. But one example, like the only one we kept coming back to was like, they're a 10, but they say "Daddy God."
Yes. It's
What?
so true.
I want to know, Mackenzie. They're a 10, but they say "Daddy God."
And I mean, they're just not a 10.
What are they? What are they?
They're nothing.
They're a 0. They're a negative.
They're nothing.
They drop to a negative. Like
Yes.
you would disassociate with a 10.
Disassociate.
You will
Don't
not
even
marry her.
acknowledge your existence.
Yeah,
If you say
get
Daddy
away
God,
from me.
I'm sorry.
Chat, what do
Yeah.
you say? Daddy God in church. They're a 10, but they say Daddy God in church. Is that a terrible one for you, Mindy?
I don't, it really is super cringe. You know,
It is.
like it really is just like we're in prayer and then someone's like, Daddy God. And it's just like, stop. No, we're done. I'm
First of
leaving.
all, if you have that
Yanks you
intimate
right
relationship
out.
with the Lord, that's awesome.
Praise God.
Just call him Dad.
Call him that at home.
just call him Dad if you want
Just
to.
say Dad.
That's fine.
Father. You know,
Daddy
why does
God?
it gotta be daddy? And I think that's
Lord.
it. I think there's too much of that association with those girls that are like,
Zaddy.
Ew.
it's gross. That's what I think of. And it's
Falcon
like,
said
no.
negative infinity. I think
Yeah,
Mackenzie's
don't.
right there with you.
It's just
Guys.
fake.
Right, 0 for sure.
We were-
Negative 500.
Sarah, were you at that service? We were at a service.
Uh-oh.
This was when Mackenzie was. You weren't a leader yet, right? Were you?
I don't know what service you're talking about.
You do, because the woman behind us was like, "Yes, Daddy God," and was making all those weird
Oh,
noises.
at that other church?
Yes.
Yeah,
Wait.
I was not a leader yet.
Okay, so we went to this church locally. We won't name names. And
Oh,
we're
wait, I
trying to
already
listen.
know.
So we
I
had
already
to go because we were getting stuff done at our church. We had to go and we're listening to this other guy preach, and we took our whole youth group. And so we're all, you know, my husband and I were sitting in there. We have all of our like kids we brought with us, and we're sitting in there. And the guy's preaching. I don't even know what he was preaching. I was so distracted and too immature to be in there because this girl behind us started just like letting out those like these soft, like whimpery,
Yeah.
like
just like that.
Oh.
yes,
Wow.
yes, Daddy, yes, Daddy God.
It's like, I don't
Yeah,
want
now
to
that
know.
say
I
it,
don't want to
negative
know him
infinity.
how you
I'm right
know
there with you.
him.
Negative infinity. I was like,
I
on
mean,
the fence.
when I
It
tell
can't be
you,
that bad. It's
we all lost it. We're all just like, no, we can't do this. Like
Was that
all
what-
of us,
Couldn't
every
even breathe.
single leader, my husband
even
and I, we're looking at all of us. We're all just like,
No.
no, we can't do this. Like,
And we brought all the
And you
kids.
brought
we
teens,
brought
right?
all the
Oh, they're
kids.
going to be
teens.
ruthless.
And some of
It
them
was
were
horrifying.
like, yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah. I don't want to know the Lord the way you know him.
Yes, God.
I know.
Lord, Daddy God. Like, what?
Well, that's
Yeah.
exactly what someone just pulled up or
No.
brought up is our #1 most famous video. Daddy,
Don't.
please film me.
Dude,
Oh, my
Nothing
Lord.
will ever
no.
compare.
I've
to
just
the
never
awkwardness
been
of
in a
this.
moment of
I'm-
prayer and
no,
have
I've
ever
never
said the
had
word
the
daddy.
urge.
I just don't
No.
get
I
it.
didn't even
I
call
just
my
don't-
own dad daddy.
So here's the thing.
No.
Is the
You know?
the grandparents of our generation right now, that's how they refer to their parents.
It
And it
is
was
true.
super, and they still do.
And it is still even, I think, pretty heavy in the South. Like I had friends in the South when I lived there, and some of them still like were really close with their dad, and they would say, "Well, Daddy," and it was like the first few times I was like,
Catches you right off guard.
"What?"
Makes your hair stand up on the
But
back of your
then
neck.
you kind of are like, okay, whatever. If that's like their relationship and that's how they do that down here, it's whatever. But like, I don't call my dad daddy.
It catches
I
me
don't
off
call
guard.
feel like
anybody
you're- I don't
daddy.
know. I don't know. I just feel
Okay?
like you're trying too hard. How about Lord?
That works.
You know-
let's keep it simple, everybody.
Yeah.
Father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God. There's
Yeah.
a new one.
There's a new
Sky daddy.
Go.
Nope. Negative infinity. All right, guys. This episode,
Yeah, sorry to harp.
I
on
want to let you
that.
guys know, if you haven't heard yet, we're doing a merch competition. This is where if you guys have a design you want to submit to Youth Group Chronicles, Youth Group Chronicles.
Do
Wow.
we get to see him?
Yes. You have to do it by April 30th. Whether it's you or someone you know, graphic designer, you can upload your design on our website, ygcpodcast.com/competition for a chance to win $150. You can upload as many designs as you want. And we'll pick as many winners as we are. If there's a great design, we'll pick a bunch of them. But we will finish this up with a couple stories here. This is from Malachi. Our youth leader offered us a bowl full of candy. So my friends and I decided to see who could eat the most without throwing up. After a few pieces, we started to feel a little bit weird and assumed that they were just expired.
Oh, is that it? Okay. Keep going.
These are old.
It's fine.
This is a good guess. So we went to our youth leader and asked if we could check the box. Except somehow this guy was absolutely clueless because after reading the box, he realized that he gave us alcoholic candy.
What?
Which I did not know was
I
a
don't
thing.
even, is that a thing?
That's
Look
a
it
thing?
up. I'm not, listen.
And where do we get it?
Kids play the worst games.
Where do we get it?
Is it local? Can it be made at home?
Alcoholic candy.
Is it like a chocolate?
Here we go.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Liquor filled chocolate. Can you get...
No, you're not.
You can get wasted on
no.
that or no? What about if it's a kid that's never had any alcohol?
How are they packaged? Because
gotta
all of that
ChatGPT
is
this.
obviously alcohol.
It's very like would they take it all out of the package and just like
whoops?
oh, we alcoholic? Like no.
Are these sour?
Let me see. Obviously, they're not.
Can you get drunk off alcoholic candies? Short answer, not really, but it depends. Most of the usually takes less than a half shot total, even if. Okay. All right. I guess there is a chance.
I mean, I guess if you're just like a little kid,
I would eat one and think I'm like so
eating
drunk.
all these.
That would be me. I'm like, it's happening.
It's happening.
So straight edge.
Well,
Okay,
okay,
little
so I said
woozy
you'd
alpha
have to
gummy
eat
bear.
a lot. You'd have to eat a lot, but they were having a competition to eat as many as they could.
Yeah,
So
but first of all, wait.
that's
wait.
so middle school.
Wait,
though.
no, but I have so many questions. Why? Who bought them? Why do you have? Why do
was
you
the
have
youth
that
leader.
many of them?
The youth leader did, and he played it off. Maybe he knew and like realized he messed up.
So he or someone bought these things. We're like, here, you should.
Sounds like a predator.
Predator.
Sounds predatory.
Yeah.
I've got these candies. You should eat
Out
them.
here,
That's a sugar daddy.
out here profiling.
The sugar daddy.
Get the resume ready. Yes, you're absolutely right. Start
no.
looking for a new job.
Yeah. No. Get out of here with those chocolates.
All right, one more
disgusting.
story. This is from Elliot. Elliot said, during a youth group game where we had to guess celebrities from their childhood photos, a picture came up of a young girl with long blonde hair and a lazy eye.
Oh,
Without hesitation, one of our students shouted, "Why is she looking two different ways?"
Roasted.
That's when our youth pastor, completely silent, hit next to reveal the answer. Turns out it was a picture of him when he was a kid.
oh
It's not lazy
man.
no mo?
It's actually, they did say
Straight.
it was still.
Oh,
He said
okay.
he gazed and it was like,
Oh,
Gotta
dang.
veered off to the left
still
a little.
veering. But what's funny is they all thought it was a girl too.
Yeah, people
Oh.
did their kids dirt back in the day.
Yeah,
They
They just
did.
let
Why
their
is she
kids do
looking two
whatever.
They
different
really
ways?
did.
It was either the bowl cut or just unkept.
Yeah, your husband had some
Or
great
no,
pictures
no,
of the bowl
no.
cut,
It was
maybe.
unkept, bowl cut, or like what I had,
What did you have?
big hair. Okay,
You had
Big.
I had a perm, and that thing I had bangs that like were up to.
Not a perm.
Mindy.
How
And
old
had-
were you getting a perm?
I was like 10. My mom was perming my hair
expensive.
at like
Like,
10.
is that like a
That's
thing you have to go pay
abuse.
for, right?
Oh, my mom did hair, so she had a
Oh,
perm kit
so
at
she
the
was like-
house. So it was just like
Not the perm kit.
Mindy asked me the other day if I got a perm.
little
I
curly
don't know if I should be
Sue.
offended.
That's
Okay.
Mindy
tragic.
asked me the other day if I got a perm.
You've got great locks.
I do
You
have
do.
curly hair.
You
but-
shouldn't
Got
be
them
offended.
curly.
Is that a
Curlies.
good thing or a bad?
It's a great
There,
thing.
Oh,
there it is.
there's a perm
home
kit.
perm.
So that's what Mindy looked like
Yeah.
right there.
I'm
That's what I
surprised you
look
still
like.
have hair on your head.
Oh,
Took its
it
harsh.
was. It was.
Does it hurt?
No, but it like your hair is dried out.
Ooh.
It's so bad. Yeah, it was.
That's
Yeah, a
rough.
couple times actually.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But that was like a thing, you know. If you look back at like school pictures, like all of
Yeah.
the kids had like big hair.
So give it
Yeah.
5
So I
more
was like
years.
coming out of the 80s, guys. I'm aging
5.
myself.
Okay, so 80s. So they should be coming
Okay.
back right now.
No, they are
They okay. 'Cause
There
it's a
are
big loop.
boys
It's a 40-year loop
getting
for
their
everything.
mullets permed.
Oh my goodness.
Because that was the thing. Now, that's
Is that what you looked like?
that's big,
Or
no,
is it-
no.
They're all
that's
made in the
it.
image of the
It's
Lord, aren't
example.
they?
This is probably like
They're all
definitely
precious
a little
children
bit
of
more
Daddy
before my
God.
time, but this is a good that my mom had hair like that. That's
So-
my mother.
Is her part right there?
Oh, it's down here, honey.
Okay.
They
My
got a-
brother does all the editing for
You know?
YouTube, and he he will dig. If we like bring something up, he
finds
digs and finds it. So you're probably gonna get clipped on YouTube. We got to see, or just send it to him and save him the time.
Yeah, but
Well,
you
we gotta
guys
see this.
forget I come from the era where your life was not on any social media.
Guys, she is the second oldest person
Okay.
we've ever had on the show. Just so
No,
everyone
I'm not.
Second oldest? Who's
No,
the
I'm
first?
not.
Pastor.
There's a few.
Oh.
No, okay.
Oh,
We've had Ben
dude.
Chris. We've had Chris Durso. We've had Chris Estrada. I'm calling all y'all out right now because you're older than me.
Someone's offended.
All right, let's do our Would You Rather segment to close us out. This is where we take two stories from this episode. We're going to pit them against each other. Did you do this? I feel like we didn't do this when you were on the show last time.
I don't think we did.
Are you familiar with Would You Rather? I feel like
Yes.
Okay.
These are so hard.
Yes, we try to
Most
make them
of
as
them.
hard
Some
as
of them
possible.
are easy.
Yeah, so can you scroll down on that chat here? The first option is our first story from tonight. You have a sick kid at church camp. And in the middle of the night, you hear him start to vomit. So you stand up to get out of the way and you get vomited right in the face, down the arm, over all your stuff, etc. Option 1.
Mhm.
Option 2 is you are helping out at youth group, trying to be a great student. And for whatever reason, you stick your hand in a snow cone machine and chop off multiple fingers.
Oh, I
I'm getting
mean,
thrown
I'm
up
going to get
on.
puked on. I
Getting
want my
thrown up
fingers.
on. Yeah, I'm not giving these bad boys up.
Nah.
I need my fingies.
I am also going with option 1.
Yeah.
That one's
is-
like,
That one is too
Yeah.
easy.
And if
Too
you get thrown up on,
easy.
you get to punch a kid. So
True.
you can't punch kids when you don't have fingies.
you just,
So
It's true.
another reason.
Chat,
to
is there
give
any? I just have to notice. Anyone go with option 2? Option 1. Give me the puke. Yeah, option
Yeah, that
1.
just sounds like the worst traumatizing.
hard.
moment of my life.
no.
As awful as it is. Option 1. He says I play guitar. Beatrice says he plays guitar. Yeah, I can't give that up. Well, what about the other hand? That's not a hard one. This one's the easiest, but
Who
we're
said
still, when
one,
we put this up on
unfortunately?
Instagram, guys, we're going to
No.
get people that say option 2. They hate vomit that much.
It is true. Vomit really is like on the top of the list.
It's
pretty
horrible,
gross.
but we're all keeping our fingers
The
here.
worst.
We're keeping our
Yeah.
fingers.
I'd prefer to like keep my hands, my
Intact,
fingers.
please. Well,
yeah.
what about if they could reattach them? They didn't say that in the story. It's in an ice machine.
Yeah, but do they
Yeah,
work?
I
don't
still
know.
don't want my fingers chopped off, guys.
Yeah, that's still weird.
Okay.
I don't want
Same here.
that.
Same here.
You can wash off barf. You can't wash up gone
What,
fingers.
can you wash it out of your mouth?
Then you just shake everyone and say, grab my strong
Remember,
hand.
right in the face.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna have the worst day of my life with my fingers.
At least you get to keep your fingers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us in the chat. Thank you guys for being here for this episode of Youth Group Chronicles. If you guys would like to send in a story, stories@ygcpodcast.com is where you can send them in. And if you would like to be a part of our live audience here in the studio and be here in the chat and get notified, you can go to our website, ygcpodcast.com/updates and be notified every time we go live. You get to vote in the polls. You get to be a part of our Guess the Denomination segment. And this Would You Rather was easier than most.
Than
So a
most.
clean
True.
sweep. And I don't think
That's
I saw
true. Yeah.
I don't think I saw an option 2.
There were a couple people.
They're just
Yeah, I
There's
was like, I
no
don't believe
way,
you.
no way. But we'll post it on Instagram. We'll get a good idea.
Yeah.
There's always a crazy. But thank you two for being here, and we will see you all next week.